Chapter 6270. At that time, everyone would avoid him. In that case, how would the law firm operate in the future? However, if he let them go directly, everyone kept the secret and tacitly understood. It would also be a huge loss for the law firm. Many handles were facilitated by directly sending ready-made cases to them, which was equivalent to giving them money in exchange for their handles. If these handles were not used in the end, then the money would be wasted. At that time, both people and money would be lost. And the backbone of the entire Ellis law firm would be lost, with heavy losses. So, he said to Jimmy in a pleading tone, "Jimmy, we are colleagues. If you have any demands, you can tell me directly. There is no need to destroy the internal unity of the law firm." Before Jimmy could speak, Eric, who was just named by Jimmy, shouted loudly, "Jimmy, if there is any secret that concerns everyone, tell it all. If Nate really has the handle on each of us, we must unite and fight together. Otherwise, once he defeats us one by one, we will all be doomed." Eric was angry and afraid at the moment. Although Nate's behavior was shameless, he made the mistake after all. It felt like a wife deliberately looking for other women to secretly seduce her husband in order to get more property in the future divorce. Although this behavior is indeed very vulgar, once a man really can't resist the temptation and has an extramarital affair with that woman, it is a fact of cheating which cannot be washed away. Therefore, his idea was very simple. He could hear from the conversation between Jimmy and Nate that Nate must have set a trap for more than just himself. It was very likely that other senior partners had also fallen into the trap without knowing it. Therefore, the best way now was to let Jimmy tell everyone else about their affairs, so that they could form an alliance and advance and retreat together. This way, they would be more confident in dealing with Nate. Although the others had not spoken, they knew very well that since Nate could set a trap for Eric, the other senior partners would probably not be able to escape. In the past few years, they could not resist the temptation and took orders privately or directly intercepted the company's orders. Although they could not be sure which of those behaviors were high risk, they could guess that Nate must have a handle on them. So the top priority now was to first figure out how big the risk was for them. So, everyone spoke up. Someone said, "Jimmy, since everyone is here, you might as well tell us everything you know." "Yeah, Jimmy. Eric is right, we must stand together at this time. Jimmy, don't be afraid. With Mr. Rothschild here and our support, no one dares to do anything to you." Jimmy nodded, picked up the microphone, and said, "Since everyone is so united, I will tell you what I know. What I want to explain to you first is that all the senior partners, including me, have evidence in the hands of Nate and the board of directors that can send us to jail." After these words came out, everyone's expressions became more nervous. Nate saw that things had come to this point, and hurriedly explained palely, "Don't be enlightened by Jimmy. I admit that I did take some extraordinary precautions for the stability of the team and the company's business. But I will not use these secrets against you unless it is absolutely necessary." Jimmy snorted coldly, "Don't have illusions about Nate. Although he hasn't exposed your handle yet, once there is a need, he will betray you without hesitation. After that," he said, "just 2 days ago, I had a small misunderstanding with Mr. Rothschild. After Nate knew about it, he fired me directly from the law firm and took the initiative to give all my handles to Mr. Rothschild's butler, and paved the way to send me to prison. If I hadn't reconciled with Mr. Rothschild, I'm afraid I would have been arrested by the FBI now."